Okay, so it's up to Pocono we go at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs for Friday's 10th race. It was a terrific race, a $30,000 open handicap trot. And check out these names. Arch Madness from the 7 hole was 1-5 with Brian Sears. And Enough Talk, the Breeders' Crown champion. Yeah, that Enough Talk. He drew the outside, and he was 4-1 with Ron Pierce. Winning Mister with Andy Miller was 7-1 third choice. That's how good this field was. And with that exciting call, here's Jim Baviglia.
Enough Talk back at the scene of his greatest triumph, coming off the layoff, has the pocket trip. Winning Mister off the pace tonight in third, about 2.5 back. Then it's 2 more to win Focus with Tactor fourth. Rompaway Bow is fifth around that turn at the back, All About Justice and Great Emancipator. They roll to the half mile, get there in 55-4. 28-1 second panel, predictably crisp fractions up here. It's Arch Madness by a length. Enough Talk is tracking from the pocket there with Pierce, content to wait a while. Winning Mister is third, about 3 back and moving up, showing trot. In Focus, also starting to gain a bit fourth, but still about 6.5 back. Further back to Rompaway Bowl and All About Justice. Arch Madness still here by about a length. They roll to 3/4, 124 even, 28-1 third panel. It's Arch Madness, now about a length and a quarter. Enough Talk still there in the pocket, covered up. Outside Winning Mister going to try to come from behind here, outside third. Top of the stretch, Arch Madness by about a length. Enough Talk to the inside, going to challenge. Outside Winning Mister, but Arch Madness is holding true here. Enough Talk is all out. Arch Madness not to be denied.
Well, Arch Madness grabbed the top at the quarter, aired from there, winning in 152-3. Hello, these are trotters, real racehorse time. Enough Talk may have needed the race, tried to close up on the inside, but could only settle for second best. Winning Mister got third for Andy Miller. The 7-6 exacta returned a generous $8, which is not chopped liver. And the winning driver was Brian Sears, and Brian was part of so many terrific races this weekend, and we will catch up with Brian in just a few shakes. Don't you dare move a muscle. Saturday's 10th at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs was a $30,000 open handicap base. Waiting to hear some of the names in this bad boy. Hypnotic Blue Chip with Brian Sears was shipped down from Woodbine, was assigned the 7 hole, and went off at 3-5. The Pocono bettors didn't care anyway. Whiskey Pete, who has been white hot of late, was 2-1 with Pat Berry, and Western Shore was the 5-1 third choice with John Campbell.
Western Shore challenging European Union for the lead as they get to the quarter in a crisp 26-4. And Western Shore over $1 million earned in his career. The shipper takes over the lead now with John Campbell. European Union's been red hot with 3 straight wins at Chester. Has the pocket trip for Pierce. Then comes Drop Red third, followed by Hypnotic Blue Chip. In from Woodbine, a monster of a pacer. The 3-5 favorite is fourth. After that comes Whiskey Pete, the winner in this class last time out. Then it's Get It Now and way back to St. William. Half 54-4, 28 even second panel. Scorched earth pace up here. Western Shore laying it down, leads it by about a length. European Union getting carried along by that blistering pace, and now Hypnotic Blue Chip makes his move first over for Sears within 2 of the lead. Inside fourth is Drop Red saving ground. Whiskey Pete is engaged now fifth, and further back to Get It Now. Western Shore still clinging to that lead at 3/4, 122-3, 27-4 third panel. It's Western Shore still by a length. European Union has had the great trip. Hypnotic Blue Chip still coming. Whiskey Pete gearing up from way back. At the top of the stretch, Western Shore kicks clear by a length and a half. Now European Union ready to make his move. Inside Drop Red is closing. Western Shore looking to hold together. European Union try to time it. It's close. It's European Union.
All right, try to follow me on this one. European Union off at 9-1 with Ron Pierce, and of course, Ron Pierce shouldn't be 9-1 on a billy goat. And Western Shore, they both left from the 5 and 6 holes respectively. European Union struck the front first, but Western Shore wanted the lead, grabbed it, and just past the quarter, and European Union sat in the 2-hole, the garden spot, until the lane when they both sprinted home, but European Union got their neck before Western Shore, winning in 150-4. Drop Red, a 43-1 bomber with Mike Simons, got third. Hypnotic Blue Chip, well, he came first up, and he was spaghetti in the lane. And to find out what happened with all the drives Brian Sears had this weekend, here's Brian Sears. Brian Sears, couple of things. Arch Madness at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. It was an outstanding field. Had the Breeders' Crown winner in there, and you went off at 1-5 and just aired with Arch Madness. Tell us about the mile.
Well, that was his third start back, and he's had 2 really good starts prior to that, and Enough Talk was coming off a qualifier, sat on my back, but Arch Madness, when he's on his game, he's really tough, especially over that track. He loves the surface, and he was really sharp the other night, put in a very, very good mile.
So in the future, do you think it's going to be a heck of a rivalry between you 2 horses and maybe Lucky Jim a little later on?
Yeah, those are three fine trotters. If all 3 of them can stay sharp, it'd be a very interesting age trotting races for the whole year. It should be a really good matchup.
Let's switch over from the trot to the pace. And Hypnotic Blue Chip, you drove him in the $30,000 open handicap. Now, he had been racing at Woodbine. He was itching for a fight with St. Elmo Hero. His owners had talked about putting up money for a match race and whatever else. So he shipped down to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. He went off at 3-5, and what happened?
Well, he had 2 good starts up in Canada. He had a win in a second. Prior to that, he wasn't really that sharp in his first 2 starts at the Meadowlands, and the other night it was in a first over position, which at the price we were going off at, we had to put him in the race and put him into play. And I don't think he was as sharp as he could be. We didn't get a golden trip, but he was a little off his game.
Thank you, Brian. We're going to head back to Chester now, and we've got race 6 for Monday, purse $25,000, and here we've got Rescue Plan taking a step down in class, has the rail, and has Rock and Ron Pearson the bike. Also, Southwestern Dream has gone the fastest this year in this group, 150-2. Clear Vision, this is a really classy horse, had a little bit of a slow start this year, coming off a couple 6 scratches, but he is always one to watch.
Southwestern Dream, who was halfway home in 54 4/5 seconds, identical 27 2/4. It's a strenuous pace. Southwestern Dream forced to keep to it by Trueys Legacy, who's up with it a neck on the outside. What the Chic is well spotted second over. Wide of Rescue Plan in the pocket. These 4 covered by 2 lengths. Clear Vision with 3.5 to come is saving ground. Windfall Blue Chips in the clear, 5 from the front. And losing touch with the field was Dinner Guest. 3/4 in, 122 flat. 3/16 to go. Trueys Legacy strikes the front. Southwestern Dream forced to battle back. What the Chic fans 3 wide at the 8th pole. Rescue Plans looking for room. Now 2.5 off the leaders. Trueys Legacy still a narrow margin at the 150 over Southwestern Dream. What the Chic driven to stay on. Clear Vision is blocked. Up to the line. Trueys Legacy wins.
Yonkers shipper Trueys Legacy, who's been banging heads with the Levy free-for-allers, shipped into Harrahs Chester, took the drop, got bet down to 9-5, and beat up on a field of talented Chester pacers, winning in 150-2. What a Chic with Timmy Teacher got the belly. Clear Vision Dave Miller got third, with Southwestern Dream completing the super for Andy Miller.
Thanks, Steve. We're going to stay right here at Harrahs Chester for the Open Handicap Pacing event. Purse $35,000. Dial or no dial. Seasoned debut for one of my favorite horses. I just like the name of the horse. I'm sorry, there's nothing scientific behind it. I just love Dial or No Dial.
It's your college horse. You love that horse.
It's my college horse. Long story behind it. If you want to know more, email me at HarnessWeek.com and I'll tell you the story behind that Dial or No Dial. Okay, Real Celebration, beaten favorite last 2 times out. We'll see if 3 times is a charm for him. And Presidential Order brings back the return of George Napolitano Jr. Oh, the crowd goes crazy. All right, let's see what happens for these big pacers.
3/8 to go. Schoolkids 3/4 in front. Charger offers mild first over pressure. Presidential Order is gapping the pocket slightly. Cam's Art behind stale covers going to be forced 3 wide. Transcending still with 4.5 to make up. Dial or No Dial struggles to keep pace. Now he closes the gap a bit. We will see. Is hemmed in at the pylons. 4.5 from the front. Real Celebrations a wide last with 5.5 to make up, and Schoolkids turns aside Charger 3/4 in 121-3. At head stretch, Schoolkids is set down for the drive, chased home by Presidential Order. Dial or No Dial late on the scene. Cam's Art could not go on. Here's the line. Schoolkids
with an aggressive Pat Berry drive lit up the tote board to the tune of 27.80, winning in 149-3. Dial or No Dial with Tim Teacher was making his seasonal debut off a couple of qualifiers and finished a strong second. Presidential Order with Georgie Knapp grabbed third, and the 3-2 chalk We Will See with Brett Miller got fourth.
Thanks, Steve. Oh, I'm going to throw it to break. We're going to have a little more equal camera time this week. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I start the show with that kudo and accolade I threw your way, and now you're getting all full of yourself.
Okay, good. Shh, 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 shh. Okay, all right. We're going to head to break. When we come back, we got a blast from the past, all you whippersnappers.